important. Now, second, choose just one picture from the PowerPoint file. So just like what is mentioned in the title, we can see choose one picture only. And since we only have one picture, we deliver one short message about it. Study.
Okay, very good.
Can you tell me? This is 1, 2, and 3. Can you tell me which number shows the picture? Shows ICT studies?
ICT study. Okay.
For example, this is 1.
Number 3, teacher.
Alright, good job. It is number 3. So this is an example of an ICT study because we can see there are several students, there are 5 students, and they have PCs in front of them. And it seems that they are listening to a teacher or to a professor, and as we can see in the screen of these women, there are some files, right?
Yes, teacher.
Alright, so that is correct. This picture shows ICT studies. Okay, do you have any questions before we proceed to the next?
Just a second. So, any question? Okay.
Alright.
Do you have any question? No? So, students, can you clearly understand when you make the presentation, short presentation? Please choose how many?
Wow.
Very good. Good students. I love you. Go on, please.
I love you.
Okay, go on, please. Thank you.
Alright, you're welcome. Okay, next slide. Oh, here is another example. So as we can see in this slide, there is only one picture, and this picture is a table. And as we can see from the title, it's table number 25, completion rate of 2018 to 2019. And it's a little bit blurry, but this is from the Kingdom of Cambodia. So there first, we can see primary level, lower secondary level, and upper secondary. And in these rows, we can see the total and the girls and boys total again. And overall, from the overall Kingdom of Cambodia, we can see that there are 82.14% of students. Here, there are 45% of students. And lastly, in the upper secondary, there is 22% of students who graduated. So, I have a question again. Can you tell me which of these numbers is wrong? This is 1, 2, 3. Like, which is the most difficult to understand?
So, okay, students, there is the number 1, 2, 3. This is not まとめてない。This is okay. They like that.
Alright, so we can see 82.14%. Here, 45%. And here, 22%. So, among these numbers, which is the different one?
No.
Notice the numbers, okay? Look, this is 82.14, this is only 45, and this is 22. Can you see the difference?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so which of these is the most difficult to understand?
Which is the most difficult, 1 or 2 or 3? So when you grasp the number, what is easy? Maybe this and this one. Okay, that's one. Why is very difficult, right? Very complicated. So many numbers. Okay. Okay, my students will answer 1 or 2 or 3. Give me your answer. 1. 1.
Is the different one? Tell me. 1, 2, or 3?
Come on. 1. Point. Good point.
Number 1, teacher.
Okay, do we have the same answers from everyone? Do we have same answer?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. It is number 1 and I, because here we added there is a decimal point.
This
So it is not
this one
simple,
point.
right?
This one point.
Because if we include these decimal point, it is much longer. So it is not as simple and not very easy to understand. But from these two, we can only see 45% and 22%, which is much easier to know. And this is what we need when we are having a presentation. Our presentation should be simple and easy to understand, okay?
Yes, teacher.
Alright, do you have any questions?
Any question? Okay. No problem.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
No, teacher.
Alright, thank you very much. Now we can proceed to the next one.
Okay. This is a very important part. Okay.
Yeah. So here are just some 4 tips on how to talk in a casual style, because talking in a casual style is like talking in a friendly way. First tip number 1, first say your feelings and opinions. And this is very important in having a presentation, because if you are able to say what are your thoughts and what you think of the picture, it will go on eventually. So you only have to put effort into thinking, what should I say? And always be careful, because what we should explain should be factual information or based on true stories and facts. So second, this is important, speak in a louder voice, so that be casual and not too formal. So speaking in a loud voice helps our audiences to understand what we are trying to say. Because if you speak in a loud voice, you will have clear and you will have a clear voice, of course, and your audience will be able to get what you are trying to say. Now, tip number 3, this is another important factor, and one sentence should be less than 10 words. Why
Okay.
only 10 words?
Hitogi.
Because
Why?
we should. Mhm.
Okay, go on please.
Do you have any idea?
Yeah, it's very important. So I want my students pay attention what you are sharing. Thanks so much. Go on, please.
Okay, so we should only use 10 words because it is much easier to know and to get what we are trying to say. Because long sentences are too complicated, and sometimes if we are saying difficult things, the audience will not listen anymore. So our goal is to make the listeners interested in what we are trying to say. And lastly, this is the most important, of course, use easy words only.
Use
Because
easy
if
word.
you use
Okay.
difficult or hard words,
Don't
the
use
audience
heterogeneous.
would not know. The audience will not get what you are saying, and our goal of having them listen to us will go away, because if there are difficult words that they do not understand, then I am 100% sure they will not listen anymore. Alright. Okay, do you have questions here?
Any question from audience? So she pointed out the each English sentence should be less than 10 words. Okay, short, and don't use difficult words. Okay, don't use heterogeneous. Please use differences in culture. Okay, exhaustive. For example, exhausted means tired. I'm tired. Okay, I'm so exhausted.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions, I will ask you one thing about this slide.
Okay.
So my question is, how many words do we need in one sentence? How many words do we need in one sentence?
Minna de言うの。はい、3, 2, 1.
Less than 10 words is all.
Alright, okay, that is correct. We need only less than 10 words, okay?
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Can we now proceed?
Yes,
The next one?
yes, please.
I'm sure. So, we might be thinking, how long is 1 minute? So, let me read this to you. A minute requires around 110 words. A minute needs around 110 words. So, in this case, it is much easier to understand.
1
So,
minute. 1 minute.
if you are thinking that it might be difficult to have a presentation, you do not have to worry about that, because first of all, if you are already able to share your opinions, it will go on easily. And 1 minute is just 110 words. It's very, very fast, very quick, right?
Yes.
So, when you are about to make a presentation, just be confident about yourself and just know that you can do it, just like other people can. So, here's another question. How many words do we need in a 1 minute presentation?
Okay, in 1 minute presentation. Please say in a louder voice. 3, 2, 1, go.
110 words.
1 minute.
One, okay, ready?
1